These are this afternoon's top stories. Prime Minister Harris attends ECCB Council meeting, emergency officials monitor Kikamjeni volcano, and 3 dead in a movie theater shooting. Good afternoon and welcome to ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Friday, 24th July 2015. I'm Kyla Berridge. In national news, a young woman is recovering in hospital today after being rescued following what appears to be an attempted suicide. According to reports, Shamida Pemberton jumped off the pier along the Newtown Bay Road on Friday morning. While details are still unconfirmed, ZIZ has learned that she was pulled from the water and rushed to the hospital. We'll have more information as it becomes available. Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris and Financial Secretary Hilary Hazel are attending the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank ECCB Monetary Council meeting in Anguilla. That meeting will see the official handover of the chairmanship of the ECCB Monetary Council to the Honorable Victor F. Banks, Chief Minister and Minister of Finance of Anguilla, who takes over from the Honorable Dr. Ralph E. Gonsalves, who is the Prime Minister and Minister of Finance of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. During Dr. Harris's absence, Senior Minister the Honorable Vance Amry is acting as Prime Minister and Minister of Finance and Sustainable Development. The Honorable Ian Patches Liburd is acting as Minister of National Security, and the Honorable Vincent Byron is acting as Minister of Information, Constituency Empowerment and People Empowerment. The 41st edition of the Nevis Summer Festival Culturama got underway last evening during an impressive ceremony in the capital city of Charlestown. Culturama 41 is being held under the theme Culture, Fet and Fun, Culturama 41, and will run until Tuesday, August 4th. Among the major events will be a concert dubbed International Night Freedom Concert with a soca artist Destra on July 25th, the Mr. and Miss Talented Youth Pageant on July 26th, the Miss Culture Swimwear and Mr. Cool Contests on July 30th, the TDC Senior Kaiso Contest on August 1st, the Miss Culture Queen Pageant on August 2nd, and the Lime Caribbean Culture Queen Pageant on August 3rd. We'll have more on the grand launch of the Culturama 41 in tonight's newscast. This weekend, Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris will be in Anguilla meeting with nationals of St. Kitts and Nevis, while Deputy Prime Minister Honorable Sean K. Richards meets with nationals in Toronto, Canada. The meetings are expected to update nationals on the stewardship of the Team Unity government since taking office on February 16, 2015. The nation's leaders will also discuss plans and programs that are being pursued in tourism, healthcare, public utilities, agriculture, housing, manufacturing, sports, culture, and social development under the Prosperity Agenda. Deputy Prime Minister Richards' meeting takes place this evening, while Prime Minister Harris' meeting is scheduled for Saturday. The National Broadcasting Station of St. Kitts and Nevis, ZIZ Broadcasting Corporation, has expanded its reach, proving that despite its age, it remains the popular choice for information. On Thursday, the company attained 5,000 likes on Facebook, a move described as welcome. ZBC, or ZIZ as it is more commonly known, provides information and entertainment 24 hours daily through its radio stations 96.1 FM, Big Wave 96.7 FM, website www.zizonline.com, ZIZ Television Channel 5, and social networking sites Facebook and YouTube. The company began operating on March 5th, 1961. A look at news on the regional scene. Emergency officials in Grenada were in closed-door meetings late yesterday, reportedly developing a plan of action to deal with increased seismic activity near the Kikamjeni volcano. The Seismic Research Center at the University of the West Indies in Trinidad has raised its alert level to orange, which means that the eruption may begin in less than 24 hours.
Orange is the UWI Seismic Center's second highest alert level. It was issued on Thursday, July 23rd, for Grenada's underwater Kikamjeni volcano, following seismic activity that started on July 11th. The heightened alert prompted an emergency meeting among disaster officials, the island's Home Affairs Minister, the director of the Grantley Adams International Airport, as well as health and environment officials to discuss the developments. Grenadian journalist Nisha Paul of the New Today newspaper told HTS News Force that authorities have established an exclusion zone of 5 kilometers around the summit of the volcano.
What the National Disaster Management Agency, NADMA, is saying is pertaining to maritime interests. So it's not something that persons on land should become afraid of or maybe worried about at present. However, they are monitoring the situation, and as the information becomes available to them, they would release it to the public as they see fit. Persons, as they become more knowledgeable about it, there are a lot of programs going on right now live on the radio to inform persons. So as they become more knowledgeable about the situation, they remain calm. But you have some, again, that are really worried. The advisory that was issued is mainly pertaining to fishermen and persons in maritime interest. The families of such persons, if they have any at sea right now, would be worried.
The Seismic Research Center says the renewed activity represents no significant threat to the coastal regions of nearby islands. Researcher at the center, Lloyd Lynch, told a press conference in St. George's on Thursday that there is also no need for evacuations at this point.
Our findings have shown that the major risk is to the marine community, those boats that ply between Grenada and the Grenadines. Because of the increased level of activity, there is now likely that in an eruption episode, the system may have the capability to throw ballistics within an area of about 1.5 to 3 kilometers. For that reason, that area should be avoided. While the system is not erupting, it also can pose a risk to the sailing public because it degasses, and this may alter the density of the water. So those are the main risks that the system, or hazard that the system poses at present to the public, the marine community.
Locally, emergency officials say they are monitoring the Grenada situation closely. NEMO has made it clear that there is no imminent alert for St. Lucia and no need to panic. The organization's officials say as soon as additional information is received, updates will be provided to the public. According to researchers, the volcano has erupted 11 times since 1939. Alison Kentish, HTS News Force.
In the Bahamas, a major agreement signed on Thursday is expected to positively impact the electricity services throughout the country. That is just another step by the government to not only reduce the cost of electricity but increase the reliability of power generation nationwide.
With the ink now dried on the Transitional Services Agreement, PowerSecure International Incorporated will have just 60 days to finalize a business plan and present it to the government. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Public Works and Urban Development, the Honorable Philip Davis, expects the plan to detail
specific recommendations regarding how PowerSecure plans to manage the new BEC for the next 5 years. The government has charged PowerSecure with developing a plan that will create efficiencies which will allow for significant reductions in the cost of energy, increased energy security and reliability, environmental responsibility, and increased competitiveness as a country.
With the Transitional Services Agreement costing the government some $900,000, Mr. Davis is anticipating value for money from a company distinguished as one of the best in the world.
PowerSecure has the technical and financial capacity required to manage the new BEC, and we expect that PowerSecure will be able to extract value from the existing New Providence and Family Island generation assets, and that the company can provide the advanced asset management, efficiency retrofits, improved operating schemes, fuel selection and purchasing schemes that are required to set the new BEC on the course to profitability.
Since announced as the preferred bidder last year, April, PowerSecure has reportedly been busy as observers, evaluating its strategy. Chief Revenue Officer of PowerSecure is Ronnie Brannan.
we have already started the due diligence to build a world-class business case to make sure that all the decisions are made in the best interest of reliability and lowering the cost of power in the Bahamas. We have gained a lot of traction in the past few days and weeks, and we look forward to continued success as we build this business case in the coming days.
The minister with responsibility for BEC says the government's goal remains to deliver to residents a 100% Bahamian-owned world-class electrical utility company offering not only reliable but affordable service. He says the agreement signing brings the reality one step closer. Carla Palmer, ZNS Network News.
Internationally, 3 people are dead and several others injured after a gunman began shooting inside a movie theater in Lafayette, Louisiana. Julie Nose reports.
At least 3 people are dead and several others injured after a gunman opened fire inside a movie theater in Lafayette, Louisiana. Police said the gunman, 58-year-old white male, began shooting inside a crowded 7 p.m. showing of the film Trainwreck. 2 people were killed and 7 others injured, police said, before the gunman took his own life. Police said the injuries ranged from critical to non-life-threatening. Louisiana Governor Bobby Jindal expressed outrage and asked the country to pray for the victims and their families.
When these kinds of acts of violence happen in a movie theater, when there's no real good reason why this kind of evil should intrude on the lives of families who are just out for a night of entertainment, I know a lot of us are horrified and shocked.
The incident happened almost 3 years to the day after another deadly movie theater shooting in Aurora, Colorado. James Holmes was convicted last week for killing 12 people when he opened fire during the film The Dark Knight Rises on July 20th in 2012.
Excitement is building in Nairobi, Kenya for the return visit of the man they call our son, U.S. President Barack Obama. Obama travels to the Kenyan capital today, Friday, to address the 6th Global Entrepreneurship Summit.
This is all being done to welcome the man Kenyans call their son. It's a visit that has Nairobi's gardeners, street vendors, and artists showing off the capital's best.
Everyone is excited about our son coming back home.
He's coming back as the world's most powerful man on earth. So, Obama, welcome Kenya.
This mural celebrating President Obama's 2008 election victory gets a fresh coat of spray paint. You can almost taste the anticipation.
When family comes home, we always prepare something sweet. Yeah.
Not everybody is excited about President Obama's visit. This is afternoon traffic in Nairobi, and taxi drivers here are already complaining that life is going to become impossible when the US president's entourage hits these streets.
It will be pretty bad. Most of the roads will be closed, especially the ones that have been carpeted.
It is going to be very serious.
Meanwhile, in a bar that's more Nashville than Nairobi, a homegrown cowboy named Elvis strums a couple of lines he wrote.
Welcome, Mr. President. It's an honor to have you back here again. Welcome, son.
Robin Creel, CNN, Nairobi, Kenya.
Taking a look at the weather. Present weather is partly cloudy. Today will be sunny to partly sunny with a slight chance of a passing shower this afternoon. Tonight will be partly cloudy with a slight chance of passing showers overnight. Winds are east-northeast at 9 to 18 miles per hour, and seas are moderate with waves at 1.2 to 1.5 meters or 4 to 5 feet. Sunset this evening will be at 6:47 p.m., while sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:48 a.m. That brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kyla Barrage.